You know, with all the people I talk to, celebrities, famous personalities, everybody always asks me, what's somebody really like? And I usually say, I don't know, because I only spend a few intense minutes with them, and they're usually on their best behavior before the camera. Being on their best behavior is a point I think to make to you, and that is that most people pretend to be something that they perhaps really are not. Bette Midler is the exception. She is on camera what she is off camera, a very honest, warm person. She, of course, has made her career in show business as a rock singer, has a very loyal, fanatic following, and has just made a movie called The Rose, which some people hate and some people love. But she's very frank, open, and wants to talk about her career and her humble beginnings in Hawaii. And as I said, what you see is what you get with Bette Midler. Bette Midler, what are you thinking right now? I wonder what people are thinking.
I'm wondering if my sweater's wrinkling.
You know, it's a good time to check the color on their sets. Let's tell them what that color is.
My hair is blonde. My sweater is pink with black dots. My eyes are green.
A little red. I mean,
Yeah, well, Miss Old Pink Eyes is back.
no, that's kind of fuchsia, isn't it?
Who knows? It looks like pink to me.
I don't know.
It's all the rage, dear. Everyone I know is wearing this color.
Now, what do you think of yourself as being? An entertainer, but what kind of an entertainer?
I don't think of myself as being an entertainer.
Really?
No. That's too MOR,
Yeah.
too middle of the road. Sounds like Las Vegas.
Well,
I can't go to Las Vegas. They won't let me in.
have you been there?
I was there once, but I didn't bring in the high rollers, I'm sorry to say.
Why?
Because I guess people that like me are cheap. I don't know. They're not into gambling.
No, you don't.
Well, you know, it really wasn't so much the high rollers. It was mostly the language. My language is fairly rough on the stage. And a lot of the crowd that goes to Vegas is like from the Midwest, and they don't like to see women cursing, you know. And, of course, I just love to curse.
Well, now why? Why do you love to curse?
I learned to curse when I was in high school. My girlfriend sat me down and taught me. I was about 17 before I had ever said damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once I got the feel of those awful words in my mouth, I just couldn't give it up.
You know,
It's
it's
sort of addicting.
one of the great hypocrisies in our society. Most men I know use a lot of blue language and a lot of that infamous four-letter word in everyday life in this country, and yet they pretend to be shocked when someone does it on stage. Lenny Bruce went through all this.
Yes.
I'm not sure why all that hypocrisy exists.
I don't think it's as bad as it once was.
No.
Except in places like Vegas, you know, where they have to cater to a certain, they cater to an audience that doesn't like to hear it from women. They can hear it, you know, like a Buddy Hackett will get away with it, or a Dean Martin or somebody like that.
Right.
They can get away with it, but it's, but women, especially young women there's,
Well, now this is a
they
good
take
moment.
it hard.
Well, let me ask you now. There's a lot of people looking who think you're a terrific performer, but they would say, but why does she have to use those words? Why do you really?
Actually, I don't really do it on purpose. It's just that my language, since I started cursing, has deteriorated so desperately, so awfully, that it's just part of my everyday. My whole generation is like that. My whole generation talks like this.
How old are you?
I'm 33. Okay. Everybody that I, my age talks the same way. I think actually, to be quite frank, it's a bit of a drag because the language is a beautiful language, and people don't search for words the way they once did.
Well,
because they have all these expletives that they can use in their place.
But I'm sure someone in your position has influenced a lot of young people to talk dirty.
No, I was talking dirty before I started singing. I was talking dirty a long time before
there's
that.
a lot of young people who come to see you and hear that on stage and
Well,
figure,
see,
hey,
but
it's
I
okay.
got it from them.
Oh,
You
I
see, I blame them. Oh, you're trying to put the onus on me.
No.
Well, I think I will clean
You
up.
sound pretty intelligent. I think you must have thought more about it than you want to admit.
Yes, I have. I've thought a lot about it because I really do like words.
Yeah.
I like words. I like to write.
You're obviously articulate, and you're
Somewhat
you're,
articulate.
No,
not really, not as articulate as I ought.
Okay,
As
let's-
Henry Kissinger, for instance.
Well, I'm not sure we want to be.
Let's talk
The
articulate.
Cambodians don't think he's particularly articulate.
Oh my God, let's not go there.
Yeah. Let's go back now, and you don't want to be.
Or let's go there.
Okay. Well,
Let's
somebody
all
should
go
be
there.
going there.
Someone should go there.
Yeah. Would you think of doing a benefit there?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Were
But you
you-
know, the whole thing is so confused. There is no way to know what the truth really is,
Right.
and who those people that are running the show are.
Back in the '60s, you were performing in the '60s when the war was still going on, right? Do you consider that you were a part of the protest movement at that time?
Not
Yes,
not as much as others.
Joan Baez,
Nowhere
Jane
near
Fonda,
as.
you
No,
weren't.
I wasn't.
All
I didn't
right.
do the. Well, I did a bit of it. I did what I was asked to do, but I was. I did what I thought was. I participated as much as I could. I was not a leader. I'm not a leader of any movement. I don't understand movements. I've always been an outsider. I've never belonged to a group. I'm afraid of groups. I'm
Really?
terrified of
Are you
them.
a shy person?
Oh, very.
Are you?
Yeah, and quite
Are you
timid.
pushing yourself now? Because you don't seem shy, and I can tell.
Well, you're a nice guy. I'm not afraid of you.
No, but there's a lot of people watching.
I'm not paying attention to them.
Oh, okay. It's
I'm
just you
rising
and me?
above it. Just you and me, kid.
No, sometimes shy people are really pushing.
Well, it's my job, you know.
Yeah.
In life, I mean, in regular, you know, my private life, I don't get out much, you know. I don't have a big social life or anything.
I'm always interested to check the facts with the studio's sheet on you and what you really exist. First of all, let's make sure that it's true that your father moved from Patterson, New Jersey to Hawaii at how old
In
were
1937.
you? When you were
I was not born.
you were not born. Okay.
I
And so
was
you
not given-
grew up in Hawaii.
Yes, I did.
Is that any different than growing up on the mainland?
Oh, of course it is.
Really?
Absolutely.
How?
Well, everything is so sort of sort of
Laid
sexy
back,
and
or-
wonderful, and it's a fabulous
I
place.
guess being
Oh,
run
it's a
over
very
with
sexy place.
hotels, the beaches are
Now
gone.
it's very
polluted.
bad. You know, since the place became a state, since Hawaii got statehood, which was in 1956, I think.
Yeah.
The place has just gone from bad to worst, and one can really understand these movements. You really can understand the Cubas and the Puerto Ricos of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's just shameful what's happened to that place.
Okay.
I mean, it's a nation of busboys and waiters. It's
Right.
terrible.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay, so you moved to Hawaii. Did
No,
you
I
al-
was born there,
I'm
darling.
sorry.
I
Of
was
course, your
born
father,
there, my
your
father.
family moved there. Did they
Yeah.
find the dream they were looking for in Hawaii?
I don't really know. I never asked them.
When you were in high school, did you want to be a performer, entertainer, whatever word you want to use,
Yeah.
to do what you're doing now?
Yeah. I got the bug around 14 years of age.
And does it worked out well for you?
Yeah, I think it's all right. I got to meet you.
Oh, no, that's sweet. But I mean, really, are you happy with where you are
I
now?
think it's fantastic. Are you mad? I mean, it's just, don't you think it's just the most amazing thing in the world?
For you, you mean?
For me, I mean,
I don't know. You
I
have-
think it's pretty outrageous. I mean, I didn't think this was going to be. First of all, I never thought I would get this far, and secondly, it's a great place to be. Well, this part's great because this is the beginning of
Yeah.
of a film that could be could be a very important film.
We're talking about the movie The Rose.
The
in
Rose.
which
It's a
you-
good movie, you
Yes,
know,
it
and
is.
I think my work in it, some of my work in it is good.
First-
So I'm proud of it, you know.
Okay. First acting job you've ever had?
Oh no, I've acted all my life.
But I mean on movies.
In
you know.
films. Well, I did extra work a lot. I heaved over the side of boats and stuff. I was the
Did you
chief
find it
heaver.
hard to be an actress?
Parts of it I found very difficult.
Really?
The big scenes that were fun, you know, the big, you know, where you get to scream and cry and carry on, that's easy, but the quiet scenes were real hard.
One other thing I want to make sure that's true. It's said in the studio thing that you've tried to keep your life very simple. You have a simple little apartment here in New York.
Simple-minded. That's
Yeah.
because I'm simple-minded.
No, come on, man.
Can't deal with complicated things.
No, you sound like you're keeping things simple. Is that true?
I'm trying not to get too carried away, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the money really hasn't come in yet. Maybe I'm going to be crazy.
You
I
mean
could be crazy.
A year from now, there's a lot of pressure on someone like you, and after this movie becomes successful, and I think it will, because it's a good movie, there's going to be a whole new world of pressure on you. We'll see how
Yeah.
you turn out, Bette.
Yeah, you're going to come see me in about 6 months and
Well,
see
if
if
you
I'm a
let me.
shell of my former self.
If you'll let me. You were named
Sure.
after Bette Davis, is that
Yes, she was not impressed.
true? Except you call it Bette, and she calls it Betty.
Yes, but see, my mom thought it was Bet.
Ah.
See, she thought it was Bet. They didn't have TV and she didn't listen to the radio, so she always read Bet, and
Okay.
that's what it wound up as.
Anyway, this is Bette Midler,
And that's Joe.
April. They know. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.